Hello and a very big warm welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are well. Firstly, still cannot get over this being my hair. If you don't know what the hell happened on my forehead, you clearly haven't seen my hair dye video yet, so go give that a little watch. It was a bit of a disaster, but we love a hair journey process on this channel. So on my last haul video, I told you guys that I was going to be doing a birthday haul very shortly, showing you guys some stuff that I got for my birthday, obviously, and also just some stuff that I got while I was down south for my birthday, because I got more presents when I was down south from family and stuff. And then I also bought myself some stuff because why not? I was on holiday. I did vlog some of that trip, so if you're interested in seeing some of the stuff that I got up to, I will leave a link somewhere around here of that vlog. I didn't film an awful lot because honestly I just wasn't really feeling it. It's weird, sometimes you're just not in the mood to be in front of a camera because it never looks like it's hard work or effort when you watch the footage back, but at the time there's this part in you that's like not relaxing in the day. Maybe that's just a me thing, but you're doing all these things and you're going out to different places and then you're like, oh wait, everyone stop what we're doing, need to get my camera and film things or like talk to my camera, and I just wasn't feeling up to it, and I kind of do regret it now, not gonna lie, but hey ho, we move. The point of that long ramble was that it was my birthday recently and I got some things, so I thought I would show you some of them. I also have some things that I just bought myself recently. I love a haul. I love talking about things that I recently bought, and I love watching what people recently buy. And I'd like you guys to let me know in the comments section what your favorite item was, as always, and maybe even some cool things that you got recently, which I also might enjoy. I don't know. So let's start off with birthday things because why not? It's the most exciting. I'm actually going to start off with this item here because it was one of the most surprising presents that I was gifted this year. Can you believe I dragged this thing from down south to up north? It's super heavy. I mean, it might not look it, but it's tough. It's very heavy duty. What is it, you may ask? It is a tarot deck protector, as in the dragon is protecting it, not it's something that you like slip into your pocket to protect your tarot deck. It's so cool though. So it's the perfect size for the average tarot deck. I haven't got mine in there at the moment. This is the perfect sort of item to put on your altar or just in your little space that your crystally tarot spiritual stuff might go. And at the top here, if you can't tell, he is a little dragon. And it's got some like leaves around the edges and little figures here, looking quite creepy, quite cool. And it's just a really decent sized box to put your deck in, your main deck, the deck you're currently using, and then maybe even like it's got room for crystals on the top as well. So if you like to keep crystals on the top of your deck, it's the perfect thing for this. I don't know where she got this. It's probably Googleable if you're interested, but obviously this was a gift, so I don't know where she got this. Freaking love it though. I'm really impressed with my little mummy. Tarot has become such like a massive part of my life in the past 2 years, I'd say. She once tried to learn herself but never really got into it, and she thinks it's really cool what I'm doing, so it's more than just a box to me. So it's really cool that like I'm getting more and more stuff to honor that and to add to my collection. Speaking of that kind of stuff, I got some decks. I actually have 3 decks to show you. I won't go into too much detail, so don't worry if this isn't really something that's up your street. I will be doing a thorough dedicated review of each of those decks eventually on my channel. Stay tuned if you want to see that eventually. And like I said, it means more to me. This is more than just people gifting me decks. It's like this cool way of feeling like a hobby of yours is expanding and people are like supporting what you're doing, and I don't know. And actually one of these decks I bought myself. I'm going on about it as if people bought me all of these, but actually 2 of these were gifts. So this deck here is called Get Your Deck Out, and the idea of this deck is that it's supposed to be like a feel-good, tough love deck. So it's sort of like a deck you'd get out with your best friend and have a laugh over about. Like, it's so kind of silly and the language is very 18 plus. Do no harm, take no shit. Exhale the bullshit. And this is actually a oracle deck. So as an example, the pessimistic puffin. And if you can see that, he's saying, it will probably rain. So on the back of every card, there's like a little bit of text, so there'll be an illustration. So this one says on the back, it's okay to feel like shit. It's okay to admit you are struggling. It's not okay to suffer in silence. Reach out. We love you and want to help. Don't be a dick. You are not a burden. The messages are very like sarcastic, but also helpful, and like it's sort of like a pick-me-up deck, so it's a good deck to use when you're feeling a little bit glum. It's very colourful. What would happen if you turned your light all the way on? Look how cute that card is. Can you even conceive what would happen if you didn't dial things down? How's about you ramp those amps all the way up, you beauty? Is he a hyena sitting on a whoopee cushion? But yeah, if you're interested in seeing more of this deck, it is by Katie and Angela Sandland. A really cool, unique deck, and I got given this by a friend of mine. I also got this. It's the Harmony Tarot by a YouTuber called Harmony Nice. I watch her quite regularly. She was probably one of the first YouTubers to kind of carve the pathway of content around tarot, witchcraft, Wicca stuff, and mindfulness and that kind of thing. So I think she's really inspirational for loads of different reasons. But this deck is an interesting one. I've got a lot to say about this one, and I've also got a lot to practice with this one because it's very unique. It's a pip deck, which is basically where there aren't a lot of illustrations to help you remember the definitions. So if you're just learning tarot, this is probably not the best deck for you because it's a lot to wrap your head around. It has a different approach even in the definitions. So even though I personally would know what the sun means, she would interpret it in the guidebook as if we are focused on just healing. I guess it's more as like pieces of advice and stuff that you can focus on every day to like improve yourself. So you might want to pull a card in the morning and see that as like your piece of guidance for the day. She's also switched up all of the suits, so there aren't the typical like wands and swords and coins in this. It's been replaced by the seasons instead. So she's got winter, autumn, summer, etc. So that's obviously 2, and then 3 is basically the plant just getting bigger and bigger, and then 4 it's even bigger. That's what you call a pip deck, and I remember having that option of learning tarot on a pip deck, but I just couldn't. It's just too difficult. The Page, Knight, Queen, King cards are kind of beautiful as hell though. It is a very pretty deck. It's just hard to learn. Look how cool they are. Isn't that stunning? Look at that. Are you kidding me? Oh, not forgetting to mention the backs. Are you kidding me? I just love it. I like that I can rely on this deck when I want to focus around the more like therapeutic side of tarot, and a lot of people use it for their well-being, and therapists even use tarot now. So I like that, and also the fact she's connected it to seasons. That's a really cool way to see it, because I've been really trying to work on the idea of using the seasons to be inspired by your day-to-day activities. So kind of moving along with the seasons and allowing whatever is going on outside to inspire us in how we should move about in our day. So, and the last deck that I'm going to be talking about before moving on to other things, I'm sorry if you guys don't care about this. This is the most, I'm going to say it, the most underrated deck I think I have ever seen. I stumbled across this in a crystal kind of spiritual trinket shop, you know the ones I'm talking about, along the lanes in Brighton. The lanes is like an area of Brighton where they've got loads of like independent shops, and like they've got cute little like kooky shops, alternative places to shop outside of your like main high street. I found this, Believe in Your Own Magic. It's a deck inspired by like fairy tales and storybooks. I've been using it loads for readings that I'm doing for clients. It summarizes a lot of the readings that I'm doing. So I usually pull a card for advice with every spread that I do ever. So I use these as cards of advice like at the side of my reading, and just the illustrations, it's so inclusive, and like the body shapes, the art style, it's incredible. Paint the sun back into your sky. I mean, are you kidding me? Look how cute she is. Weave together the crown you deserve. How's that for a happily ever after? Oh! This one's called Sundress. do it for you. Look, swim away from this situation. Look how stunning they are. Isn't it funny how the one guy that is in the deck, they're like, swim away from, just leave. Don't seek anyone's approval. Sorry, this is the last I'm gonna show you. I'm just really like fascinated by this art style. I just love art in general, and I could look at it all day long. I genuinely could. But just the fact this deck is divided up by princesses, witches and mermaids, almost as though they are suits of the deck. And I love how the back of the card is a little crown too. And ultimately the message that Amanda Lovelace, amazing name by the way, is trying to bring across is that you don't have to go by the rules, you just do it your own way. Read these cards in your own way. You don't have to read a book, you don't have to go by anyone else's rules on how you shuffle or deal the deck. I totally believe in that too, and I stand by that as well, so I love her message. Kind of sticking to some sort of theme here, I actually got some crystals for my birthday too, which was a really cute little surprise. I just wasn't expecting it. Once again, it's cool to know that some people want to gift me crystals. I don't know. And what made it even sweeter was basically this was Adam's future sister-in-law who gifted me these when she came over for my birthday party. And speaking of, for my birthday this year, I had my very first ever little house party. And it was weird, like I haven't had guests over that much since we moved here because we were trying to get the flat looking decent for guests. And then lockdown happened and then we couldn't have anyone over. And then obviously it's been eased a bit now. So we have been able to have people over, which has been amazing, but also weird. Like it was weird to have so many people in the house, and it was only little, there wasn't anything fancy, so I was really grateful for that. So I got 3 of these. And also what made it really cute was that she picked them specifically for different reasons, which she knew that I would probably enjoy, which, I mean, is that just magic? It's like going the extra mile. So she wrote on these little labels what each crystal is and what it brings. So this is the first one. Good for awareness, intuition, wisdom, encouraging growth towards our higher potential and spiritual expansion. It's funny because all of the crystals I buy, I always pick the one that is supposed to expand you spiritually and intuitively. I want all the crystals that give me spiritual awakenings, please, please, please. And I'll show you one that I got the other day, which is supposed to do that as well. A cleansing effect on aura and bringing harmony within. I've got this one here. It's called Blue Calcite. It encourages self-expression and creativity. I mean, that's 2 of the one things that I basically depend on in my livelihood and everything that I do. Expands the mind and awakens intuition. Aids personal growth and speaking truth. That's also very connected with what I do. Oh, and it's very good for my star sign Cancer and their emotions. Promotes tranquility and helps create a calm environment within. And the girl who gifted me this is a Taurus as well, and I freaking love Tauruses. Every time I meet one, I just feel like we click, we get on. There's something about them that just makes me feel easy and like relaxed. It's a nice feeling. Carnelian, I recommend all the Cancers out there to go find themselves a big bunch of Tauruses. Carnelian increases personal power and physical energy, offers courage, boosts creativity and compassion, restores vitality and motivation. So this is a good crystal for when I'm low on energy, that's for sure. I can just put this on my forehead. Speaking of putting crystals on your forehead, I've actually been doing that with this one here. I got this myself when I was in the lanes in Brighton. In a crystal shop I came across, I wasn't intending to buy any, but I just had to because I came across this ice quartz. I'm always drawn towards clear crystals and white crystals, transparent ones. I'd love to know if you could let me know in the comments what kind of crystals you always gravitate towards, because I know some people gravitate towards purple ones, amethyst ones, some people like pink, whatever, dark ones, all sorts, like sparkly ones. For me, I always just love the white ones. It's a high vibration crystal that has properties which help you move towards that state that is known as enlightenment. So it basically helps with spiritual awakening. With crystals focused around intuition, I always put them on my third eye position when I'm about to read, or just when I like want answers for something. And I also happened to come across this one here. I did a whole post about this on my, look how stunning this is. I mean, I mainly got this because it's just so beautiful. It looks like a crystal ball. That's why I got this, because it looks like a very small crystal ball. I almost feel like if I was to look into here, I would see my future. But the ironic thing about that is literally this crystal is good for manifesting. I got this because of the fact it said on it, it's a powerful manifesting stone, allows one to unlock their full potential, deeply connected to Mother Earth. And one thing I've also been working on is trying to get more connected with Mother Earth, and that's something that I want to honor and work with. An imperial topaz. So I did a post about this on my tarot Instagram page, so if you're interested in more information on that, you can check that out. I believe I also posted it on my tarot Facebook. But yeah, I've always been drawn towards clear crystals. I got this wand, quartz stick. You get these in loads of different places, and one day when I was reading someone, this actually split right in my hands as I was looking at it, and I could have got upset about it, but I actually saw it as a really cool way to divide my energy. So I basically sit holding one in each hand now. So these are really good with intuition. I got a couple of cool books that are on that similar wavelength. So my sister was really cool. She found this book. She knows that I'm a little bit obsessed with Pamela Coleman Smith. She's one of my inspirations. I made a whole video about this lady and what she did and who she is and why she's amazing, and I will link her video somewhere alongside this one. But in short, she's basically the illustrator of the very first tarot deck that ever went mainstream, like the popular Rider-Waite Smith one that everyone speaks about and learns using still to this day, and this was many years ago. So she's got a really interesting story, and there are a lot of books about her, and I haven't yet read one, so I'm very intrigued to see if there's anything in here which I haven't yet learned. There's some pictures in the middle. There is a really cool, very expensive book of Pamela's life story that I have in my Amazon wish list, but it's very expensive, very hefty. It's a huge thing, and it's got like documents and articles and photocopies of like images and her letters and stuff in it, which makes it like, I think that's why it's such a big thick book. But this is a good kind of intro to that. She also got me this book, which I did ask for. It's called The Artist's Way. This is a book that was actually recommended by Harmony Nice, that YouTuber I was just talking to you about. It's a self-help book for creatives. It's basically a book that helps you get back in touch with your creative self. It's like a way of rediscovering your younger self again, because we all are little creative human beings, especially as children, and we sort of lose that as we get older, and along the way we sort of get out of touch with our more colourful side. And this is a really good therapeutic book on how to get that back. It's like a course that you can go on. I'm sure it's a 12-week course, and each week you have different assignments, you have different things that you need to complete. And I've also started doing what the author Julia Cameron recommends to do every day, and that's called morning pages. I've been writing 3 pages every single morning, because she believes that those thoughts we keep in our brain that we don't let out and that we don't let run free are the specific things that wedge in between us and our creativity. So getting that out has really helped free me a lot, and it's let my mind be at ease throughout the day without me knowing. You know, I'm not consciously waking up in the morning and going, right, I'm getting down all these things. I'm literally sometimes writing like, I want to go for a walk today, but the clouds are quite dark, and I also fancy a cup of tea, but I don't have any sugar in the kitchen. I'm just writing absolute crap, but as long as it's 3 pages and I do it every morning, for some reason it just frees my brain up and allows me to think about other things that I want to actually think about in the day, and not just my morning fog that sits with me hour after hour. But she also encourages to take yourself on a personal date and do something creative. It might be going to the museum, to the library, drawing in the park, going somewhere you've never been before, going for a walk in the woods, going to the duck pond, getting an ice cream at the local fun fair. Like, it's doing something on your own that potentially could spark some form of creativity inside you, or just doing something fun that maybe you would have enjoyed as a child and haven't done for a long time because maybe no one else in your life wants to do it, or maybe you've just forgotten that you enjoyed doing a certain thing, and it's about getting back in touch with that side of yourself again. And I will probably make a video about this book on a separate time, so I don't want to go into it too much. She speaks about how we're very likely to put it off and to just say, oh, I'm too busy, or I've got something that's popped up with someone else now and I can't go on that date with myself anymore. But she talks about how we are neglecting our child self, our inner child, and that little part of us that just wants a bit of attention and just wants to be recognized again, because we've let them down as adult life has come in and our careers have taken over, and all of the responsibilities we've got as an adult, and we're basically saying no to our child self who just wants to play. And we have been doing that for years. And she speaks about how when you say no to that date of yourself that you've organised, you're basically saying to that little child, like imagine a parent saying to their kid, like over and over again, like, I can't do that thing I promised you anymore. I can't go to that place I promised you. I'm busy, I've got work. And then the next week doing the same thing and the same thing again. And the next minute that kid's like, I resent my own father or mother because she doesn't want to see me and hang out with me anymore. And that makes you understand the importance of yourself. It's a bit like people will take like old photographs of themselves as a kid and put it by their bedside, because it reminds you to be softer and more gentle on yourself again, because we are just huge kids. When we say something nasty about ourselves, we're saying it to that small child. You wouldn't say it to that 7-year-old, so why are you saying it to that 27-year-old? I would definitely recommend that book. I'm going to put all the product links that I can find in the video description. On a kind of similar note, I got this really cool wellness journal. People did really good for birthday presents this year. I'm not going to lie, people were just on it. I was very impressed. This is it says on it, Ellie's Journal. Look how pretty it is. I think the brand is called Papaya. This is a drawing I did of me on the beach reading tarot cards, because that's what I did that day. You basically write in it what you've eaten that day, activities you've done, how your sleep was, what meals you've eaten, self-care you've taken part in, what went well today I'm thankful for, how much water did I drink, blah, blah, blah. It's a good way to, what I've noticed from using this is that it's a good way to actually stop and think about what you're doing. Like, are you actually looking after yourself, nourishing yourself? Are you taking a moment to appreciate how the day went and think about the things that went well and the things that actually worked out? It's also a good way to be like, am I eating correctly? Because there's a bit at the beginning where you can write down the things that you want to bring into your life. It's like your wish list. And I wrote things like, I wanted to start eating better, I wanted to be on top of my savings, I wanted to go on more local sea swims, trips to the countryside, get a good sleep routine. So all those things I can reflect on in my journey, on my diary, and be like, am I doing this? This was a really cool little gift that I wanted to add in because I thought it would be cool to mention. These are actually coasters, and it says on it, all seeing eye reveals your fortune. It's just a cool little gift that my sister's wife actually bought me, and inside it's just these little holographic coasters that are super shiny. How cool does that look? So if you've got someone over, it's a really cool way to be like, right, let's sit with a question that we have. You could even use these in the morning. So you make your coffee, you think of a question, and then you take the coasters out and then you pick one and put your hot coffee on the coaster while you think of your question. This part here actually turns into a little message because it's heat reactive. A really cute little concept. I mean, it doesn't say about doing that, what I just said on the box or anything, but to me, that's a really cool idea, and I might start trying that with this deck, because with this deck, it's not even a deck, it's coasters. Ellie, are you all right? I'm gonna show you this adorable little tarot card that Abby bought me. It's a little moon, and it's adorable. Looks cute with most outfits. I absolutely love it. And I think she actually got this from a vintage store. There's this cute little vintage place in Newcastle. She also got me this. This was actually from TK Maxx, and I know it was because we actually found this together and I mentioned that I liked it, and she secretly went off and bought it when I wasn't looking. I don't even know how she managed to do that because I was with her, so it baffled me. But positivity and healing. It strengthens the spirit and amplifies the body's natural healing properties. It is believed to relieve anxiety and promote positivity in everyday life, which itself is really cute. But I mainly just got it because it looked sparkly as hell, and look how cute the box is too. Packaging is very, very important to me. Now this item I did show you in my birthday vlog. I filmed a few bits on my actual birthday day, even though my birthday was a bit weird because I went for a smear test. Nope, didn't go for a smear test. I got the results of my smear test on my birthday, and I got my vaccine on my birthday as well. So it was a bit of a weird one, but if you're interested in seeing how that went, I'll leave a link. But I showed you this rug in all its true glory. I actually got this from my best friend. I had this on my Amazon wish list. I love it. It's very 90s. My sister Kate had one just like this, and as a kid I always loved it, and I just love how I now have one myself, and I'm so grateful for it. I've kind of made a pledge to myself to actually get the spare room a little bit tidier and clear, so I can actually like use it as a little designated space to do some readings, to just meditate. Like, something that has been niggling at my brain recently is the concept of having just a nice little spiritual space for me in the house, somewhere that I can kind of just like sit in peace and like meditate, or just put vibey music on. I don't know. I want to try and make that space a bit more clearer so I can at least do a little bit of that in there. It will still be used as storage, but basically what I'm saying is once that's clearer, I can put that rug in it and it can be marked as my like safe space. Do you know what I'm saying? These are some art items I wanted to show you because my sister Kate actually made these. This was a custom piece. So basically, if you don't know already, my sister Kate, she makes videos too. She also has a little art Etsy store, and on that Etsy store she has different pieces that she's made. She does art pieces on chakra colors, art inspired by Brighton, but together we actually collaborated to make this piece. As in, I mean, she made it, but I just said I wanted a woodland sort of looking, open field, open space, just this landscape that just makes me want to jump into it, and she basically delivered. I also asked if there could be a little like couple of people in the background, very far away, but that was really important to me because when I look at open space like this, I love to know that I could be those people if I just kept on walking. Like, I like the idea of knowing how far away the landscape is. Like, it gave it depth. Nature and fields and grass and trees. I've got a massive obsession with trees, so I was like, can you just draw me a big sexy tree? And that was to deliberately go next to this piece, which is the more beachy themed art, because I think having these two pieces together just reminds me of home and being down south, because of the fact there's like the South Downs there, and then there's the beach. Like, people who live down south don't realize how lucky they have it. Like, they have open space and then they have the beach on the other side, like half an hour the other side of the road. Like, so having these two like pieces together hanging on a wall just take me right back to home. So I really like that. I'm gonna get these framed and hang them up somewhere. And this was a spirit guide piece that she did. She loves her stags in particular. This stag is what she would call her spirit guide, and I think I'll put this somewhere over my altar, or even when I get that room sorted out a little bit, I can put it in there as my sort of protector, as it were. Speaking of art, I actually got a load of cool different art pieces from Abby. She bought a lot of stuff from independent artists on Etsy, stickers and things. Look how cute the little toast cat is. Like I said, I just really love and appreciate art so much. Look how cute the little bird is. Oh, little bunny. Even that's cute. I mean, that's someone's freaking business card. But I keep a lot of people's business cards because they're just adorable. Look at these three little bears, just minding their own business. Yes, they are. Look at these. Cute as heck. She's like in her little bakery. Oh, and also this little sun catcher, I need to stick this. I haven't put this up yet because I want to put it somewhere and not regret where I put it. Like, it's basically whoa, this looks very different on camera. Why is it bright blue on camera? It's like basically blue. Oh, you can kind of see it shining. You put this in your window and it sort of like reflects. You've probably seen my one that I've already got. I've got a rainbow one and it basically shoots rainbows in the room when you put this on your window. And she got me one of those to put somewhere, and I'm still trying to work out where. Because I've already got them in the kitchen, I might put some in the bedroom, because the bedroom does sometimes get a good ray of light going through it. So she also got me a little horoscope charm, which is adorable. I haven't worn these yet. It's got my star sign on and loads of different colours. I was going to wear this to Pride, because we were going to go to Gay Pride, but it got cancelled. So that was sad. Oh, and this little mushroom pin, Shroomy he's called, which is so funny because basically her birthday is on June the 10th and my birthday is June the 29th. I got her a mushroom pin for her birthday as well, which is the weirdest thing. How we both happened to get each other the same thing but different. Like, I got another artist's mushroom pin. There was also this adorable keychain that she got me. It looks like a little banana, doesn't it? But it's a moon with a little froggo chilling on the moon. And I actually also got me this little Pennywise while I was in Brighton. I love him, amazing. I just love my keys. I also got this moon keychain earlier on in the year from Serena, another friend of mine. I'm just blessed to know such wonderful people. Speaking of being blessed by lovely individuals, I actually met Megan Oxterby. I know her from just years of watching her videos, and she's watched my videos, and we've just spoken online back and forth every now and again in the comments and stuff. And I actually invited her over to my birthday party down south because I was like, why not? She was visiting, and so we had a little day out in Brighton together, and we also had some drinks over at my parents' house, which was like funny because she's obviously seen so much of my parents' house in my old videos, so she was like, this is weird. And everyone who seems to come to my parents' house who have seen my old videos tend to think that it wasn't a bungalow. They were like, wait, what? Where are the stairs? Like, I thought you had stairs. I thought your bedroom was upstairs. And I'm like, nope, it's at the back of the house and this is what it looks like. And they're like, well, this is so weird because it's like not what it looks like on video or something, is what everyone says. Anyway, she got me this little handbag. Isn't it adorable? It's studded gold. I love it. Really good for nights out. She did so well. And to go with that, there was this little birthday card that she gave me, and it looks like this, and it's adorable. I love it already. But this actual like card itself is, it's got seeds in it. It's made of seeds. It's basically handmade paper that contains wildflower meadow seeds. So once you've read the card, you put it in soil, water it, and it grows flowers. If you're interested, Hannah Marchant.co.uk, wildflower seeds greeting cards. Basically Google that. It's like bumpy and you can tell the seeds are in it. So it's kind of not that surprising, but at the same time it's like, what? So all of this present talk, you're probably wondering, where the hell's Adam's present? Did he not get you anything? Oh my goodness. Catastrophe. Because he actually got me tickets to see My Chemical Romance to see My Chemical Romance next year, next summer. It's far from now, I'm aware, but they were quite expensive, and I was like, I don't know if I want to pay that amount, but I also love so many My Chemical Romance songs, so I was like, don't I? He was like, I'll get you them for your birthday, and I was like, yes, please. So that was amazing. So we didn't get me anything else because they were quite pricey, other than this little bag that I really wanted that I found in Asda. It's a Toy Story bag. It's got Woody on, Buzz, the aliens, Rex, Bo Peep, and it's blue, and it's literally a kid's bag, but it's perfect. Like this little pocket here for my phone. Look how satisfying this is. It's red. I believe they do a blue one as well. But I was like, Adam, can I just get this? I know you've already got me My Chemical Romance tickets, but can I just, yeah. And he was like, sure. So a couple of items I got myself recently that I want to quickly show you while I was in Brighton. I got this top in Primark. This was actually in the men's section. Top tip, have a little check in the men's section before you leave Primark if you're not happy with some of the stuff that you saw in the female section, because I actually think their t-shirts, their graphic tees, are very impressive, and they usually have a lot of movie references and just cool designs in general that you might actually prefer. I wasn't expecting to see something like this in the male section. This is so cool. I wear this all the time now. It looks like a vintage kind of shirt. It says on it, positive minds create beautiful days. Enjoy every moment. But I mainly like this for like the tie-dye style, the grey vibes, the eye on the front, the all-seeing eye. It's really cool and it goes with a lot of things. I like wearing this underneath stuff, underneath little vest tops or dresses, or I wear this with like denim shorts or fishnets. It's a really cool versatile shirt that just goes with a lot of things. And I got it in a small, like a men's small, and it's so comfortable. It's so soft, and it just sits on me really well. Like, it's quite a heavy material. It just hangs on you really comfortably. This long, actually my sister wore this to my birthday party that I had down south, and I couldn't stop staring at it. I was like, I love your shirt, it's so cool. It went really well with her purple hair. It's this sheer like shimmery, translucent sort of pearl, and she was wearing this, and then I happened just to see it in H&M a couple of days afterwards. And this isn't an extra small, it's supposed to be huge, it's supposed to be baggy, but I was like, I want to get this in an extra small because I just think, I don't know, plus the fact it was on offer for £2, and it was just the extra small one that was on offer, so I was like, I'll take this, it's huge anyway. So I love that. I haven't really worn that much yet, but I'm excited to. And they also did this one, which was on offer too, for like, I'm sure it was like under a £5 in a medium. So they've got a lot of these like extra like baggy sheer tops at the moment, but this one I love because it's black and then it's got this really striking silver design on the front, and it's basically like this huge sun. Isn't it cute? And I've worn this like tucked into skirts and stuff, and I just think it looks wicked. It's so striking and bold, but also black and like versatile, goes with a lot of things. I basically recently restocked on eyelashes. A little while ago I told you guys that I tried Lashed Up Brat for the first time recently. I just liked them so much before. I'm wearing their lashes now actually. These are super subtle ones, so I did get some quite bold ones in the last order. Not doing that again because I just didn't really like them on my face. I didn't wear them as often, it was kind of wasted. The ones I've got on now are, she's positioned them a bit odd. The DNA, this is the DNA style that I'm wearing now, with little faces like mine, like little eyes like mine. I don't think the big ones suit me that much, but I like these. And she was doing a 99p sale, and each pair of eyelashes were 99p, and I always go nuts when that happens because I'm like, this is new packaging, this is different to last time. I don't like how the label's covering the name. You also can't really see. I'm gonna have to get them out, aren't I? I just need to stop being lazy. So this is Laurie, Drag Me to Hell. I like the little natural wispy ones, the ones that are quite like feathered and they almost look like layered. I honestly, when I wear the big ones, the heavy ones, I feel so tired. Like I can feel them dragging my eyelids down. This has no label on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed by this new packaging. I don't know, if you guys could let me know any good false eyelash brands, that'd be incredible, amazing, thank you. Soul Eater and Mummified. These ones are a little bit more dramatic, but I think it's good to have at least one pair of bigger ones. And last but not least, this was something that was on my Amazon wish list for ages and I've been eyeing it up for so long. The other night I was going to buy myself a new black liquid eyeliner. I get a new liquid eyeliner probably every couple of months, sometimes more than that. And I was about to buy a black eyeliner, and then I thought to myself, why don't I not spend that money on another black eyeliner, and I spend a little bit extra money on these eyeliners that I've been eyeing up for so long. It's just like a quite cheap brand. If I'm honest, I think I could probably get these a lot cheaper than what I paid for, because it's just like a brand made in China. It's manufactured in, I don't know, China, I think. But it's basically a pack of 12 different colours, which you can get for, I think originally it was £18, but it just happened to be on a flash sale, a lightning deal. So I was like, I'll get it while it's £14, I think it was. And for 12 colours, that's not too bad. That's 369, my maths is really bad. Or, I mean, that's like £1 each bottle. I've got the baby pink. I mainly decided to take the plunge and get it because of my pink hair. I really wanted to do a look that really goes well with the hair, so I thought that this would be a good opportunity to do that. So I thought, why not? So that's what I'm wearing now. So far so good. I've got some white dots as well on the top part, but I'm really intrigued. I'll let you guys know how it is. I'm hoping that this will be my new staple thing and I'll never want to go back to black eyeliner ever again. I'm really excited about the white. Oh, and the yellow. It's a shame that I didn't have that when I had yellow hair because that would have looked amazing. So, can you see the pigment? There's definitely no problem with pigment in this product. I love it. Amazing. Exciting. I will put a link to them in the video description down there. I don't have them physically on me right now because they are actually in the yard right now, but I also have fairy lights that Abby got me for my birthday, and I'll link those down there in the video description too. I put little pink lights up around the shed that I have in the yard, and also some orange balls that hang across the yard. I put those up for my birthday party in case anyone wanted to go in the yard. So that is the end of my haul. I know this was long, but it's standard for my old traditional hauls. This is almost dried already. Yep, this is dried already. Amazing. Isn't that good? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel to be notified every time I make a brand new video. I'm on social media such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I also have a tarot reading Facebook page and a tarot reading Instagram if you want to book a tarot reading with me. I'm on Patreon. If you want to support me for doing what I do, then please do so by going over there. Thank you so much to these ones for being my biggest supporters. You save my little ass every month. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Loads of love from my house to yours. I'm exhausted. I've been talking for 2 hours.